Some people have no shame. You can build something on your own land, maintain it with your own money, and yet somehow, Karen will pop up claiming it's hers by HOA rights. My property is just outside HOA limits, deliberately so. I bought the land years ago because I wanted freedom. No boards, no fines, no ridiculous rules about grass length. Just peace and quiet. I worked hard, saved for years, and finally installed a beautiful in-ground pool behind my house. It's not Olympic-sized, but it's gorgeous, blue tile, waterfall feature, and a deck I built myself. The first summer after it was finished, I had friends and family over nearly every weekend. That's when she showed up. Karen, the self-appointed queen of the HOA across the street, strutted into my yard like she owned the place. No knock, no permission, just walked right in with her sun hat and oversized sunglasses. "Finally," she said, throwing her arms wide like she discovered treasure. "The community pool is open." I blinked. "Excuse me? This is my pool. On my land. It's not a community pool." Karen gave me that condescending smirk only true Karens can perfect. "Oh, don't be silly. The HOA voted last week. Any amenities visible from community property are considered shared assets. That includes your pool." I laughed so hard I nearly fell into the water. "Nice try. My property isn't part of your HOA. You don't get ASI." But Karen wasn't backing down. Over the next few days, she began bringing her board members over to inspect the pool, claiming they were deciding on community hours. Then she had the audacity to hand-deliver me a printed HOA schedule stating my pool would be open for residents and their guests every weekend starting at noon. I told her again to leave. She smirked, "See you Sunday." Well, I decided if she was going to test me, I'd let her learn the hard way. That Saturday night, after my family finished swimming, I quietly hooked up the pump and drained the pool. Not completely, just enough so that by morning, it was a big empty crater of tile with a few inches of water at the bottom. Sure enough, Sunday at noon sharp, Karen showed up with half a dozen HOA families, kids in floaties, coolers full of soda. They marched into my backyard like an invading army. "Allricht, kids, go swim," Karen announced grandly, only for the kids to stop dead at the sight of the bone-dry pool. Karen's face turned scarlet. "What did you do?" she shrieked at me. I leaned against the fence, sipping iced tea. "Oh, you mean my private pool? I drained it. Weird, huh? Guess there's nothing for you to swim in. You can't do this. You're depriving the community." I grinned. "No, I'm depriving you. Because this was never yours to begin with. You broke into my property without permission, and if you step foot here again, I'll call the sheriff and have every single one of you cited for trespassing." One of the dads in the group muttered, "Karen, he's right. This isn't HOA property." Slowly, the crowd started packing up their coolers and chairs, glaring at her as they left. Karen stood there fuming, sputtering about lawsuits and community rights, but with no audience left, she stormed off too. The next day, she tried to send me an HOA fine in the mail for failing to maintain community amenities. I mailed it right back with a sticky note that said, "Not in your HOA, nice try." The kicker? Word spread fast, and now even her own HOA board is sick of her antics. A few members apologized to me, admitting she had overstepped. As for me, I refilled the pool the next week. Since then, it's been my pool again, no more community schedules. And I installed a taller privacy fence just for good measure. Sometimes, the best way to deal with a Karen is to let her trip over her own entitlement. Lesson learned: if you claim my pool is yours, don't be surprised when you show up to find it bone dry.